Hello, welcome to the video today. I actually have a special guest.
Hi.
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 I'm the cow.
Shh. No cow reveal as of yet. Maybe when I hit a Millie. Maybe when I hit a sweet Millie.
Okay.
Noah, would you like to confirm that you've met the cow?
I lie to my audience occasionally, but
let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Tara Mooney, and this is the only channel on YouTube where all videos are written and produced by a cow. She couldn't be in the video today because she's actually at a GP appointment.
Oh, I forgot she was at the appointment. I was pointing at where she was before. So
because she was here. But if you like and subscribe, she might appear in the next one. So this is my friend Noah.
Hello.
Noah
Hi.
Sampson.
This is my friend Tara.
Yeah,
Hi.
sometimes lovingly referred to as Noah Simpson.
Yes.
Because you don't think women are something on the bottom of your shoe.
Oh, I'm a blue-pilled cuck.
Noah and I both enjoy looking at what I would lovingly like to call weird guys.
We find some weird guys on the internet. We look at them.
And we go, that's really weird.
It's pretty weird.
Today, I found a special guy, a lovely man called Far From Average. And he's a big creator. He's got 1.5 million subscribers. The thing that really drew me to his work was the animation style.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and you know what I think it was is that a lot of these alpha channels are just a guy in front of a camera shouting about how much he hates women, whereas this is a bit different. And also I realized I have actually spoken about this guy before briefly in my Sigma male video from nearly a year ago. I actually think he might have seen the video because he took some of my feedback on board.
Did he?
Yeah, I mentioned how the sound effects were too loud and he was being cucked.
But why do we need to know what type of guy we are? What is the purpose of aligning with a certain character?
Oh god, homie is being a Sigma male or being dominated by these sound effects. He's being cooked by them. And if you watch his more recent videos, he's toned it down a bit. So I'm gonna say that that was me, you know, so I think he might be good at taking constructive criticism. So Noah, if we give him some constructive criticism, I think he might take it.
Great, that's what we're here to do. We're always constructive.
Jack off, Chan.
We always solve the problem. We don't make it worse.
Communist tenant Noah Sampson put together a 30-minute video explaining why essentially me and all other landlords are the scum of the earth.
Exactly.
It's extremely rude, maybe even cruel.
Jack off, Chan.
And that's what we love to do.
So, the first video we're going to be looking at today is called The Darker Side of Female Nature 2022. What girls don't want you to know.
What don't you want us to know?
I suppose I don't want men to know my address.
Yeah. So this video is going to be your address. He's doxing you?
I was telling Noah the other day that a man came up to me to talk to my dog and I, because my dog's very cute. And he was like, where are you two going? And I went home and he went, where's that? Okay, well, let's see if that's what happens in this video.
Imagine everything in your life is going really great and you're finally making a lot of money, you're making progress in the gym, and then seemingly out of nowhere, the girl that you're seeing throws you a curveball that would make even the greatest pitchers in the world look like total rookies. Now, in this moment, you have just witnessed the darker side of female nature. Now, girls are known for presenting themselves as innocent and harmless.
Is that true about girls? That we just present ourselves as innocent?
Not the girls that I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, not the girls I know either.
But if you've ever read the 48 Laws of Power, you know that law number 3 says to conceal your intention, and it is by doing this that your opponents will never see it coming.
What if you're a woman and you haven't read the book?
Right.
Because I'm a woman and I haven't read the book, so maybe I'm not achieving my true nature.
Yeah, or you are and you just don't know it yet. You got to read the book to realize that you've been concealing your intentions. Sometimes you need a man to explain something to you so that you really get it.
Now, most girls unknowingly use this law of power, but it's not used in the way that most guys think that it's used.
That's so true.
Something about your own nature. You might not even know.
True.
Yeah, it's like biology.
Thank God you're here now, otherwise I would have no idea what's going on.
Happy to help.
Despite what you might have heard on all of those other YouTube channels, all girls are not evil and they're not out to get you.
Okay.
That's nice. He doesn't think that all women are evil and out to get you.
Yeah, it's a funny thing because it's like that's an anomaly in this space. Someone saying that, but as a sentence framing it, not all women are evil demon creatures that want to murder you. But how do you move on from there?
But some of the ways that they do things, or some of the ways that they behave towards us guys, might feel a little bit evil at times. And this is the darker side of female nature at work. Now, if you look at the number one thing that every girl needs from a guy, it always comes back to a little something called security.
She needs a security guard, like a big beefy boy with a bald head.
He's at your front door. I saw he let me in.
Yeah.
He's right. So women want, is security the number one thing that women want?
Is that what makes us evil?
I mean, I guess villains usually got some good
Some good
bodyguards. They
security
got
Is Taylor Swift putting herself in a suitcase? Does that make her the exception? Because instead of having security, she puts herself in a suitcase.
what? Taylor Swift puts her what?
Remember that time when she put herself in a suitcase to hide from the paparazzi?
How does she even fit? That's so small.
I think it was a big suitcase.
I've never seen. Okay, yeah, I didn't know that though. But
So would that make her less evil because she, instead of security, she just folded herself up like flat pack furniture?
yeah, I think you have to have a lot of good in you, like a lot of. I don't think you're able to fit into a suitcase if you are like significantly evil. I don't even know. I don't know. I'm like still taking it back to. I'm picturing Taylor Swift folding her body into a suitcase and then like
She's
zipping
tall
it
as well.
down.
She's not a small
Oh, she's
girl.
very tall. Yeah.
This is real, right? This wasn't a fever dream. I'm not
Like,
making this up.
Fuck all this weird shit. I want to learn more about that. I need a video essay
Should I
on
make a
that.
video?
When women choose a man for a relationship, or even just for a single night, the thing that they need most from this man is security. At the end of the day, women just want to know, are you really who you claim to be?
Are you a catfish? She just doesn't want to be with an imposter.
Yeah, she doesn't want to play Among Us.
The darker side of female nature comes out, and women must unconsciously test you to make sure that you really are who you appear to be.
Do you ever run the test?
Oh, that's what my vision looks like.
So you scan to make sure they're like human.
And you just met a girl and you're pretending to be tough and confident, but you're really weak and scared inside. The quote-unquote dark side of female nature will throw you a curveball just to see if you really are who you seem to be, or if you are only faking it.
So he's saying you might be pretending to be something you're not, and her testing to see that is the dark side of her nature.
Yeah.
Even though you're the one who lied.
Right. Yeah. You're the one who's faking it. You're the one who, for both parties, would benefit from uncovering the fact that you're being a fraud. Uncovering that fact is what's evil.
Never ever forget that the primary nature of women is to love and to nurture, but at the same time, we cannot forget that there is also a dark side to their nature that constantly seeks security. And to make sure that you can provide this security, women will test you when you least suspect it with arguments and situations that don't make any logical sense.
So the good side, the nurturing side, is blonde, and the dark side is brunette.
He just keeps coming back to the darker side of nature, but he's talking about conflict, it sounds like, or like relationship. He's talking about how humans interact in relationships, which is bringing up something that concerns them, right? Framing it as evil, like
Women are always testing you and picking at you and trying to tear you down and trying to expose you.
and it's very kind of inherently antagonistic, right?
And it sounds like what she actually is saying is, hey, my guy, why did you lie about that?
Yeah.
And that's it.
These bitches just talk all this nonsense that's illogical.
Why did you lie about your last name?
It's not really relevant, and the fact that you're starting this argument right now is like evidence of your female nature. Yeah, you're literally gaslighting me right now because I showed up and I'm 5'6" and I said it was 6 foot. Like this is I had my shoes and someone stole them with my platforms, and you're gaslighting me by pointing that out.
Or to make sure that you are still the same guy that the girl was attracted to when she first met you. And once you realize this, you can see that none of this is anything evil, but rather it's actually a really weird way that girls show interest in you. This is the darker side of female nature, and until next time, thanks for watching.
So it's just dumb guy content. Like that's how I interpret this. Is like someone's like watching like, wow, that is it's just like content for dumb guys.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like alpha content goes, this is relatively harmless.
Pretty tame.
This is very tame, so I'll give him that. But it's incredibly goofy, so I feel like we should watch some more.
What if everything that you thought about girls was wrong? In the same way that the character in a video game is coded to behave in a certain way when you press a certain button, the same concept applies to girls, meaning every girl on the planet is actually operating from lines of code.
Why is it just zoomed in on it?
The lines of code trickling, the blue like water like trickling down her breast.
This is like a horny coder's
Yeah.
dream.
Oh my god.
Or a set of mathematical instructions. And like men, The basic instructions have been woven into our genetic code.
No.
As soon as it gets to this biology shit,
Yeah.
that's when you know.
When they say DNA, biology, genetics, I'm like, no, this is going to be some quack alpha science, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's always one step removed from like weird phrenology race science. Just because they're using it in a dating advice context doesn't mean it's not incredibly fucked up and weird. But anyways.
Both men and women have code built into their DNA that steers them in certain directions.
that fade in was so funny. It's like,
That's just
oh,
ass.
yeah, science. Ooh, equations, DNA graphs, and it's like
Ass.
yoga pants, butt cheeks. Wow, thank you.
Dude, if you're just horny, that's fine. Just make horny cartoons. You don't need to like put quack science over it to try and make it seem legit. Like, just be horny.
You're
It's
allowed to
fine.
like consume this
Yeah.
this stuff and not
Butts.
make content out of it. You can just look at the photo and be like,
As an example, when a man sees a visual image of a very attractive female, he can't help but feel a certain way.
Men be horny. That's the point. He's trying to like cloak this in like science and
Yeah.
shit and coding, but it's like men be horny. That's it.
he can't help but feel a certain way, and it's literally just you have an erection.
Also, it's like women be horny too.
Literally, that's the response to every single one of these videos is, hey, women do that too. All right, cool. Delete your channel, please. Like, why? We're just wired to feel a certain way when we see someone we're attracted to. Yeah, no shit. Like, so is everybody else. We can just say that. 10-second video. People who are hot, people are attracted to people who are hot. Enjoy, subscribe, thank you. Like, that's it.
What you're about to learn are 3 of the craziest things that I have ever learned about female nature, and these simple insights can help you to play the game better. Instead of being like every other guy who's continuously mashing all the buttons on the controller and simply hoping for the best.
Oh, is he talking about like when a guy goes disc jockey on your Is that what he's talking about?
Number 1, girls are biologically programmed to test men. Many guys out there in today's world wish that girls would just simply not test them because maybe they don't have as much confidence or mental strength as they would like. But asking such a thing is like asking the sun not to rise in the morning.
I feel like he hasn't really...
How did he learn this? He didn't say how he came across this information. He hasn't given any evidence to show. He's just saying it as if it's fact. Women are biologically programmed to test men. Also, what is testing men?
I think literally his ex-girlfriend complained that he hadn't showered for a while, and then this channel was born, and that, like, I don't understand what else it could be.
Always remember that it is the underlying code that tells females to seek the best male that they can find. So instead of getting mad about it, the better thing to do would be to simply learn how to play the game better and to be more of the type of guy that girls test for. Something you have to understand is that girls are not out to get you. They never have been and they never will be.
He's like, they're not out to get you guys, but also they're doing this because they don't even know that they're doing it, and they have no agency in this.
It's almost more insulting.
I don't know. No, it is very, it's like super patronizing. Those girls, like, they're not trying to hurt you. They just don't know any better. That's just how they're wired. You know, it's like, okay,
It's
man.
kind of worse.
Yeah, okay, dude.
Number 2, girls are experts at spotting fake alphas. Once I learned that it's basically impossible to fool girls by pretending to be something that you are not, because they have such a natural genetic gift for spotting fakes, the way that I viewed this concept completely flipped upside down because I realized that in order to appear confident, I had to actually become confident.
You're so done. You're so not. You're
It's
so
just
over
like
this.
saying so much and saying nothing.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, what it does is it just like it's like you should be terrified of women because they're testing you, and you should be ready for that, and they're kind of out to get you. I don't know, it just, you know, it kind of...
No, we're not out to get them. We just can't help it.
Oh right, yeah, I have this Scantron because I was born with it in my body.
That's what our nipples are for. That's what our tits are for. To read men's bullshit.
One of the most life-changing, craziest things that I ever learned about female nature is that 9 times out of 10, with girls, less is actually more.
Do you think Taylor Swift is in that suitcase? And that's what they call a cool bag.
Paradoxically, it is the act of giving a girl less attention that results in a more favorable result. But it's not just attention. Buying a girl a more expensive gift or taking her on more vacations, in many cases will have the opposite effect of what you are trying to achieve.
No. If a guy doesn't give me attention, I get the impression he doesn't like me,
Yeah, it's
and then
pretty-
I pull back.
Pretty logical
Yeah.
assumption.
Like,
Hey, you haven't texted me in 2 weeks.
I guess.
What's going on?
Yeah, I don't
guess
think
he
we'll-
must be so into me.
Yeah, no.
Oh God, keep not responding. It's so hot.
Yeah, I mean, don't be a pest, but like, talk to them.
Make sure you may they know that you exist.
Yeah. They will either think you're dead or not into them.
By this logic, dead people are like, oh God, I'm literally.
Wait, are you saying that this guy is into dead people?
Yeah.
Are we going to start that rumor? We're not saying that he is, but we're also not saying that he isn't.
Many day traders who make money buying and selling stocks on a daily basis will tell you that in many cases they actually lose money the more that they trade during the day.
Is he gonna compare the stocks to the women?
No,
He wouldn't do that.
Gonna compare us to
Nah,
the stock market.
he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't.
No, he wouldn't dehumanize females like that.
In previous videos, I've mentioned that girls are kind of like cats.
I'm like, okay, it's fine. No, he didn't compare you to stocks. He compared you to animals, so it's all good.
And the reason for this is because subtlety tends to work the best with them.
Cats love when you like hint that you're gonna feed them. you like pick the food out and then you put it back, and they're like, wow. They love that. They love when you play hard to get for like their litter box being cleaned. Like you are tracking poop all over the house, but like
We also know that girls prefer men who are confident, yet a man who is too confident or arrogant will be less attractive. Realizing that less is more with girls allowed me to calibrate or balance how much of certain things, like attention, I choose to give to a girl.
He's making it sound like he's saying something really profound when he's just saying everything in moderation. That's all he's saying.
be a normal guy. That's
Yeah.
like the conclusion to this.
You know, don't pester someone, but also show that you're into them.
The real fact is you should always try to improve yourself. Getting a girl or not is not the matter. If you respect yourself, everyone will respect you. And that's how society works.
Yeah, no shit. Repeat after me. We are kings and we shall never simp for any girl.
I learned that if you stop referring to them as girls, chicks, babes, and instead call them people, person, individual, it totally knocks them off the pedestal.
A married friend of mine once said, "Women are like computers, hardware may differ, but the software is always the same."
Pretty much everything in reality has an underlying code that governs it. And while we still have much to learn as a bunch of creatures floating through space on a big blue rock, many of the mysteries surrounding female nature have already been decoded. These are some of the craziest things that I've ever learned about female nature, and the more that you understand these concepts, the less you'll find yourself mashing all of the buttons on the controller of attraction and hoping for the best.
Wow. I feel like I learned a lot there.
Wait, what did we actually learn?
Actually regressed in my intellectual ability. I like when you're in third grade, you're like, I have a 12th grade reading level. I now have a third grade reading level. I swapped, you know?
Any thoughts on that, Noah?
I like him. I want to be him and his friend.
Who do you think he is?
I really don't know.
He sounds like he's in his 30s.
Like a bit of a man-child kind of
Yeah.
sort of conceptualization of the world. How do you feel?
I feel tired, I feel frustrated, and I feel, I think tired and frustrated. I would like my time back that I spent watching these videos.
Thankfully, it's your job.
But thank you so much for being on today.
Yeah.
It was a delight to have you in the United Kingdom as well. Do you like it here?
As I've said before, I'm still not convinced like everything is real, like British people or this place, but it's, from what I've seen, seems pretty convincing and pretty I like.
My friends recently went to see ABBA in hologram form.
Oh, really?
So perhaps I am just a hologram, and perhaps the whole of the United Kingdom is. Well, make sure to go subscribe to Noah Sampson.
Be sure to subscribe to Tara Mooney on YouTube.com.
And that's it really. We're going to say bye-bye.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye now.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Right, today's subscription pet shout-out is Babe the cat. Her owner is friend of the channel, Noah.
Yes, hi. Babe is my cat, and she is the shout out of the day. Babe was my grandma's cat. She is 16 years old, turning 17 in October. She's an old lady. She also is diabetic. She has diabetes for cats. So that means I give her injections with every one of her meals, which is twice a day, with a little baby tiny bit of insulin. And that makes it so that she stays nice and chunky. She's a great cat. 10 out of 10 would recommend, but she's not for sale. She's mine. And I hope you enjoy these photos and videos that are going to be playing on the screen right now, because I worked very hard on them, and so did my roommates. And we worked all to bring this to you, this presentation of Babe the cat. Enjoy. Meow.